So Jo Malone is a brand that not a lot of people in the community talk about, but fragrances from this house are ones that I really like. Unfortunately though, Jo Malone's fragrances are all mostly eau de cologne. In fact, this latest fragrance from the house, Bronze Wood and Leather, is a Cologne Intense concentration. So it's actually supposed to be a little more intense than the original cologne, eau de cologne fragrances. But this is a really great leather. It's a woody leather fragrance, bronze wood and leather. Just recently launched and I fell in love with it, so I had to pick up a bottle, especially since I had access to duty-free prices. Best place to buy Jo Malone fragrances are in London or English duty-frees. Flying out of Heathrow, the best prices for these. I'm going to tell you all about this, so if you're curious to find out about this and how to get the best prices for Jo Malone fragrances, please stay tuned. Thanks so much for tuning in. This is Sebastian with Smelling Great Fragrance Reviews. If this is your first time landing on my channel and you love watching fragrance reviews, finding out about fragrances, discovering new brands, participating in giveaways, and still have not subscribed to the channel, please click that subscribe button below so you'll be notified for future videos and giveaways. And yes, what I want to tell you is that for me, this is the second time I've come back from London, and I found that the best place to buy Jo Malone fragrances are in London Airport, Heathrow. I guess the Gatwick Airport would be fine too, but I was flying out of course Heathrow, and I had to stock up. So I smelled this on my travels in London and in Paris, and I really liked it. It's a leather with wood, and to me the leather seems like the leather that's in that fragrance, Gucci Guilty Absolute Pour Homme. Sort of, not identical, but sort of. And I'm smelling this kind of leather pop up in other fragrances, like in Nouveau Monde from Louis Vuitton also recently. I picked that leather up in there. And there are a few other fragrances that I've smelled, the leather being similar. But I want to tell you a little bit about the pricing, and then we'll jump into the review. So if you ever go to London and you're flying out of Heathrow or any of their other airports, personally I've found that the best prices to get these fragrances are from there, because this retails for $185 here in the States, plus tax. I picked it up for 95 British pounds sterling. Convert that to dollars, it's about $110. So I'm saving about, what am I saving? About $75 for this. It's total savings. With tax, this would be about $195. So even with the tax, I'm saving about $75. So it's a great price. Now, if I was to buy the regular lineup, the clear bottles, those retailed for about 72 British pounds sterling, and convert that, it was about $81. So a whole 100 ml bottle from Jo Malone, a great price, and I think it's the best place for you to buy, because Jo Malone fragrances never go on sale. I mean, I've never seen them on sale, so I found that the best place to buy them are at duty-frees, but the best duty-free, of course, is London Heathrow or Gatwick. Anyway, about this scent. So this was a love at first sniff. It's a leather. I'm into leathers lately, and I wanted to pick this one up because I love the way it smells. And just imagine that fragrance, Gucci Guilty Absolute Pour Homme. The leather in there is here, and it's a woody leather fragrance, and it's not overwhelming. It's a fragrance that you can tolerate, especially if you have a very sensitive nose, because sometimes you want to experience some intense style of fragrances, and this acts like an intense style because it's leather and woody notes, but it's Cologne Intense. It's eau de cologne intensified for their Cologne Intense lineup. So even though it has pretty good longevity, not great because it is light still, I found it to be a great scent. I kept smelling myself every time I wear this one because the woody notes along with the leather notes together are just really awesome. Not overwhelming at all. Now some of you might be a little sensitive and then you might think this is a little too much as well, but I personally think this one, if you've been following me and you like fragrances and you like leather, things like that, and you don't like them too intense, this is definitely one to try. But for this, what we got here, a 2018 launch, Cologne Intense Perfumers Marie Salamagne, $185 for 100 ml. Now Marie Salamagne is a perfumer for all of the Atelier d'Or fragrances that I've been talking about on this channel, and then she's done this latest fragrance for Jo Malone. Now, for notes here, what we've got at the top is Grapefruit, Juniper. In the heart notes, you've got Bronze Wood. In the base notes, you've got Leather, Vetiver, wood leather molecule, leathery and woody, smells like handcrafted leather. So there's a molecule here that smells like leather. It's not like a true leather, according to the Jo Malone website. But the experience with this one is very aromatic, very leathery, and of course a little citrusy, but spicy and woody. But it's a truly beautiful fragrance. I mean, the fragrance is great, and sometimes you don't want it to be intense, and a lot of these Jo Malone fragrances seem to be not overwhelming, especially the ones that are in the regular lineup of bottles. But then again, the Cologne Intense don't seem to be intense. They're supposed to act like intense, that's why they're in these darker black bottles. And I like this collection. I like Oud and Bergamot. I like a ginger one I like. I'm drawing a blank with the name, and then there's a few others that I like as well. It's a great collection, great, truly unique scents, and I'm a big fan of Jo Malone. I was wearing lots of Jo Malone back in the early 2000s. I was exploring a lot of different fragrances from this house, and I've worn many fragrances from this house, including the 2 Vetivers that are discontinued, the Fig, which I absolutely love, discontinued, the Verbena, discontinued, so many of them, including the Pomegranate Noir, Lime Basil Mandarin, so many of these that I've worn. Just love them because they're very, very authentic, fresh smells, and it's easy to wear and very simple and straightforward. You spray some on and you go with your day. Just the longevity is an issue with Jo Malone, unfortunately, but this one seems to be pretty good. Pretty good. It's a skin scent, don't get me wrong. It doesn't project much. It doesn't have the sillage and the cloud. And it has it for a little bit of amount of time at the beginning, but it's mostly a skin scent. But I kept smelling myself so much with this one because it smells good. It smells sexy. It's really good. A great scent. They've done a great job with Jo Malone's Bronze Wood and Leather. And I hope you guys get to try it. It's easy to try these fragrances. A lot of different stores carry them. Even Sephora carries it now, but Nordstrom's carries it, Saks carries it, Neiman Marcus carries it, Bloomingdale's carries it. So you have many different opportunities to go sample Jo Malone fragrances. And this is one of their latest and greatest releases, Bronze Wood and Leather. So go check it out and come back here and let me know what your thoughts are on this fragrance. And also let me know, are you a fan of Jo Malone? Which of the Jo Malone fragrances are your favorites? Have you worn anything that is no longer available? Because they seem to discontinue a lot of fragrances, which is a bummer. And the Fig and Wild Fig and Cassis is what it was called, I think. That was one of my absolute favorite Fig fragrances. It smelled like true Fig. It was an eau de cologne again, but I just loved the way it smelled. It smelled mossy, earthy, woody, green, wonderful. Hopefully they'll bring it back, but most likely they won't. But this one is an awesome release as well. Check it out, Bronze Wood and Leather from Jo Malone. If you have any questions or comments, please list below. Otherwise, please like this video, please share it. Follow me on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram, and I'll be back with more videos very soon. Have a good one. Goodbye.